Yes, Catherine, let's do it together then. I passed out. I went to sleep. I laid down with my children for a second, and honey, the sleep became one with me, honey. But it's okay. It's okay. What's up, y'all? I was gonna come on and do an all signs, but I know I did not have the wherewithal for that. So we're gonna settle on a you versus them for Sagittarius. So y'all, I do ask that y'all smash that thumbs up, Sagittarius. I know we have a love-hate relationship, and that's okay because I love y'all at all times. And all I'm asking in return is that y'all smash that thumbs up button, okay? If your heart feels led to, if not, you know, do you, Pookie? What's up, Shishi? You made it. You made it, Pooh. Yes. Bed catches me every time I lay down with my babies. I know, honey. It showed up did tonight. It showed up did. That's okay. Look, I was gonna watch a movie with an old friend of mine tonight too. Baby, everybody got stood up. Everybody got stood up. But it's okay. Let's jump in, Sagittarius. I want to do a quick, well, I don't know how quick it'll be, but I want to do a you versus them. I want to look at the state of the connection as it is. I want to see how you're showing up in it, and I want to see how that person is showing up in it. And then I want to break it down and see how to navigate this connection so that you can have your best possible outcome. Let's see, Spirit. The connection that we're tapping into this evening, this early rising for the Sagittarian Ninth House Collective. What is the current state of this connection, Spirit? What is the current state? What's up, Delphine? Oh, I'm so glad you're here. What's up, Delaney? What's up, y'all? That's okay. She let this be the universe showing you that it's taking the trash out, okay? So the connection that we're going to tap into this evening, Sagittarius, the state of the connection is make the effort, okay? So Spirit is saying great love is worth taking the steps, uh, the steps you're guided to take. So the state of this connection is right now, I have to be honest with you. Yeah, look, and then we have give your relationship a chance, getting to know one another and playfulness. Look, Sagittarius, this is the connection. This is not the knucklehead, the wench that been sleeping with every time Dick and Harry, Lizzie, Faye, and Tina in town. That's not the connection that we're tapping into. The connection that we are tapping into is like what I feel like is happening here is people are at their wits' end in this connection, but not necessarily at the wits' end with each other, just the wits' end with the dating world. So you're over analyzing everything. That's what's coming in here. But Spirit is saying that great love is worth taking the steps you're guided towards. So at times the universe may be calling you and this person to take a moment back from this connection without applying too much effort. And I do feel like that at certain times when that's happening, the connection gets a little heavy. But let me see real quick. How are you showing up? And how is your person showing up? I have a rosary that my children's godmother gave me a long time ago. I can't even remember how many years ago it was, but it was a long time ago. And I just noticed it was moving out the corner of my eye. So that could be significant for someone. Spirit, show me how my Sagittarian Ninth House Collective is showing up inside of this connection. How is my Sagittarian Ninth House Collective showing up in this connection here that we're tapping into today? So we have the Wheel of Fortune that is your energy, but it is the Wheel of Fortune that is having to learn a karmic lesson. Okay, I have to be honest. So how you're showing up in this connection is there is the need to grasp a hold of a karmic lesson. And with the fact that the universe is showing it to us, and yes, Sag, just listen to me, baby. Don't be mad. Just take the medicine. Okay. the Knight of Cups. You see how he's on his horse backwards, and then Temperance. You see how that horse is taking them towards the Temperance energy, even though the Knight on the horse is kind of resistant because they're facing the other direction. That's, I have to be honest with you, that's you, Sag. You're kind of resistant to acquiring the karmic lesson inside of this situation here. And so it looks like to me that there's about to be some sort of universal move that is made that has that karmic lesson, bam, right out in your face, that you can't help but to face it. Okay. Let's see. So the person that Sag is in a connection with, you're encouraging them to make the effort. How is this person showing up in this connection? What's up, Ashley? Yes, y'all, I do ask OM freaking G. Yes, she, thank you. I do ask that y'all smash that thumbs up button. It is greatly appreciated. Look how this person is showing up. The Wheel of Fortune. Look, listen, Linda. This is a connection that has a significant lesson for you. Hello, Gabby. What's up from San Antonio, Texas? Ooh, ooh, ooh. I got family in Texas, but everything's bigger in Texas. Anywho, this is a fated connection. It's meant to happen. Both of you guys are showing up in this connection as the Wheel of Fortune. Both of you all are showing up in this connection as the Wheel of Fortune. This could be a Sagittarius Pisces connection, or a Sag on Sag connection, or Pisces on, well, you know. It is what it is. It doesn't necessarily, this is just how you're showing up inside of this connection, okay? And it does, I have to be honest with you, it almost looks as if this person is more reflective on the karmic lesson and more open to receiving the karmic lesson than Sag is. Sag might be a little bit resistant. Let's see. Let's not make it too personal. I'm going to give y'all both y'all's own deck. I'm even going to let you choose. It is 1:03 a.m. That's what time it is. 1:03 a.m. Sagittarius, A or B? A or B? Which deck do you want to be yours? A or B? A or B? The first one I see, A or B, put it in the chat. B. B. Dang, a few people said B. Okay, so let's see. Spirit, tap me into Sagittarius. Why is Sagittarius, my collective, showing up in this connection as the Wheel of Fortune that is shattered? Show me what's going on with my collective. Why is my collective showing up this way? Good. Let's see, Spirit. Let's see. Sagittarius, show me how my Sagittarian ninth house collective is showing up in this connection. Can you please elaborate on the Wheel of Fortune? Come on down. Show me more. Why is this? Ooh, shit. Okay, so I have the Devil card, the Star card, the Eight of Cups, the Seven of Cups, and the Page of Cups with the Ten of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So the reason why I have my Sagittarian ninth house collective that I am currently speaking to, that the reason why you're showing up as you're resistant to, why you're showing up as someone that is resistant to acquiring this karmic lesson and integrating it, is because there's still some sort of surface level pleasure that you gain from a situation. And because there is that surface level pleasure that you gain from this situation, you're not so open to walking away from it because you do still view that pleasure as your wish fulfillment. So I definitely have a Sagittarian ninth house collective that is needing to close out. It's definitely showing me it's a mindset. Mhm. It's definitely showing me that this is a mindset. And for me to get the energy that you are hesitant to walking away from this mindset because it still brings you some sort of pleasure or something like that, it still brings you some sort of false sense of security. Meaning that if you always think of something from the worst case scenario, or if you think, like, I had a friend of mine tell me earlier today that because I was so cautious that it came off as if I was always so negative. And I was like, damn, I really didn't think I was so negative. I just thought that I was, trying to use my foresight. It's almost that energy of like, it's been beneficial for you to look at the situation from every angle, worst case scenario, and then make your decision from that point. It's like you find that to be beneficial. It's proven to be beneficial. It's proven to bring you less pain than when you was not moving in that mentality. And spirit is ultimately saying that it's affecting the seven of cups. It's affecting the way that you're fantasizing. It's affecting the way that you're daydreaming. Can we talk about something real quick, Sagittarius? I want to talk about Shark Boy and Lava Girl. I really want to talk about that movie just for a second. It's a kid movie, so I don't. It's like from back in. It's not a newer movie, so some of y'all could have been youngins when that came out. But here's what is so significant about that movie. That entire movie is based upon the importance of dreams and how the world tries to control and destroy the dreams to limit you so that basically you'll build up another person's dreams. Okay. But here's the thing. In that movie, there was a child called the daydreamer. And that child was powerful, not only because that child was able to dream during the day. Here's the thing, that child didn't have to go to sleep in order to dream. That child was able to dream and then remember the dreams and put forth the effort in the action to bring in that dream to fruition. And that was the key to taking down the world, or the electric guy that was trying to destroy people's dreams. Actually taking steps on your dreams is the key. But the challenge for my Sagittarian ninth house collective right now, because you've been so stuck in survival mode, is you're not allowing it's not that you're not willing to take action on it. You're not even willing to believe in the dream long enough to receive the navigations as to how to bring it into fruition. I know that makes sense. So your like spirit is ultimately saying that in order for you to make the effort and to show up in this connection the way that you're needed to, spirit is needing you to tap back into your childlike playfulness. Okay, because this connection is needing some playfulness. There's too much focus on like, is this real? Where's the false mask? And when's the next shoe gonna drop? There's too much looking. Like I had this one, well, I'm gonna call it an acquaintance. I had this one acquaintance, and she had rekindled the situation with a past lover, and it was going good. It really was going good. Little buddy was having, I think, little buddy was having like some health issues or something like that or another. But instead of like just seeing it as health issues, she picked up like he had given her no suspicions that he was cheating, and then she needed to go through his phone. But that's what she chose to do, was to go through his phone. And therefore that created a storyline in the back of her head, which I have to be honest with you, as her acquaintance, I watched it fester into a head when it didn't have to go there, right? That's what's happening here. And that's the karmic lesson that my Sagittarian ninth house collective isn't necessarily integrating, which is making it difficult for you to apply the appropriate amount of effort in this new connection that I do feel like is fated and destined to, like, it's divinely destined for you to encounter this. It has something major to teach you. So let me dive in and check this Wheel of Fortune out over here real quick. So this other person that's in the connection with Sagittarius spirit, why is this person showing up as this particular Wheel of Fortune? I could be speaking to a Sagittarius that is highly affected by Capricorn and or Aquarius, possibly those in your ninth house, even your eighth house. For some of you, your seventh house could be in Capricorn or Aquarius as well. So that seventh, eighth, and ninth house is going to be affected by that Capricorn Aquarius energy. If this is a person, like if this is like ding, 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 like every detail personal, okay? Let's see, Spirit, this other person, why is this other person showing up inside of this connection with my collective as the Wheel of Fortune? Can you please elaborate? What's up, y'all? My babies love that movie. I had to watch it every day for a month. It felt like sometimes twice a day. He was having epiphanies and taking actions based on his epiphanies. Exactly. Hey, Casey, what's up, baby? Hey, Air Maggie. That is a classic. That's right, Shishi. Let me see, Spirit. Show me, why is this other person in this connection? Okay, so we do have the Five of Pentacles. Let me move some stuff around. So we have the Five of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles, the King of Cups, the Sun card, and the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, I will say this. If I could just be, oh, wow, the Ace of Wands. This person, whoever this person is, here's the deal. It doesn't matter what timeline you're on, whether it's old, new, someone you didn't really give a chance to, it doesn't matter. Most importantly, this person is seen. They are actively seeing that they are not integrating this connection the way that is beneficial for them. That's what is most important about the way that this particular person is showing up, is that they are seeing how they are dealing with this situation from a lack mentality and therefore feeling not included. Like, so this person, let's just say that this person has trust issues, so they're fully not investing in this connection. And if they're playing by that toxic, I think it's very toxic. Oh, they text me, I seen it, let me wait about 20 to 30 minutes, maybe an hour before I respond. This person is seeing that is interfering with the way that they're showing up in this connection. Or if this person is, I don't see third party energy, I do see the Five of Pentacles to the Eight of Pentacles. Whatever this person is doing that is causing them to feel left out in the cold, this person, Eight of Pentacles, they're actively working on that. I also want you to know that this person is understanding that if they stabilize their own foundation, then and only then can they show up and be more diplomatic and optimistic about their romantic life. So this is someone who is becoming more aware of the importance of their stability and how it affects their emotions. And that's what they're doing to get in alignment with their happiness. So this is someone, they probably have like Jupiter in Taurus or something like that over here. Or there's just something to do with this person's abundance, that this person is recognizing the karmic lesson that is attached to that and how it affects their emotional happiness. And so I do see this person actively taking the steps to stabilize that so that they can be more diplomatic and take a more optimistic approach towards this connection, because I want you to know the Knight of Pentacles. It may be slow to come, and it may not be coming tomorrow or by the end of this week, but this person is bringing an offer towards your way. And I have to be honest with you. I do have you showing up like as the Page of Cups. So when this person does come with the Knight of Pentacles, it does actually look like that they have a leg up as it pertains to the perspective of this connection. So with the Page of Cups being here, Spirit is saying like, hey, when this does come, at least be emotionally open and receptive to hear what this person is saying, because whereas you've been over here dealing with this situation from an emotional perspective, this person has actually put some practical thought into it. I know y'all just got pissed about that reality, but it's I just, there's really like, look at this person's fucking bottom. I mean, shit. Look, it's the Ace of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles, the Nine of Wands, and look at this Nine of Wands. This person has done some studying to balance this situation out. Now, let me show you your bottom of the deck. The Ten of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles, the King of Cups, and the Two of Cups. There's a lot of mourning and like the Two of Cups. I do see this coming back together. I do see it coming back together, but right now you're too focused on the apathy and not really taking the necessary action steps that is needed to integrate the karmic lesson that would actually allow for this connection to come together sooner rather than later. So Spirit is saying, get to actually, you lost focus. Okay, I have to be honest, this connection took you off your game. That's what this is saying. The Ten of Swords to the Ten of Pentacles. This connection took you off your game. You shifted your focus. And Spirit is saying, you made that choice. I know y'all don't want to hear that. You made that choice to shift your focus from your goals and your destination to this connection. You're in the powerful position to make that shift. Y'all, it's been a minute. It's been a minute, Sag. So let me tell y'all the story of Big Blue, my car. I have to back in my driveway because I have a sunroof. And when it rains inside my car if I don't back in the driveway. And when my dad is a mechanic, and when I would ask my dad to fix my car, he would never get around to it. And so one day I was just pissed. I was frustrated. I was tired of, when it would rain, we didn't get to go nowhere. And then we had to wait for days after that, let the windows down, let it dry out, and we didn't get to go. It was just that fucking headache. And so one day I was just tired, and I was like, Dad, like, are you going to fix my fucking sunroof? Like, what's going on? I was like, Daddy, I need my sunroof fixed. He was like, well, shit, Key, have you tried to just back the car in the driveway? And I said, what is that going to fucking do? Mad as hell. And my dad knew what it was going to do. But he said, I don't know, just fucking try it. And left it alone. He's a Leo, okay? It's my daddy. And then he left. But I'm going to tell you what my ass did do. Because see, I'm stubborn, but I'm going to tell you what, I do listen. Okay, I'm going to listen on my own terms, but I do listen. So I've started backing that thing into the driveway. And believe it or not, it does not rain in my car when I back up. So ultimately, what I'm trying to tell you is that you got ahead of yourself, okay? And the elements began to get inside of your transportation, and that's dangerous. So Spirit is ultimately saying now is the time to back up. And the reason why it works is because it changes the angle of my car. When I back in the driveway, it changes the angle of my car, and therefore the rain, when it catches, it runs down and it catches in the drainage. Whereas when I pull in, it goes this way. Okay, so Spirit is saying if you're willing to back up and look at this situation from another angle, you will see the benefits moving forward. I know that makes sense if this is your reading. I did catch myself crying earlier about him not being here, but I already know I need to get on track with what's going on here. He's gone type ish. Um, so that's what I hear you, Shishi. I'm gonna come back to you, Shishi. I promise you, if you're gonna have to stay active in the chat. When I wrap this reading up, Shishi, bring me back to that comment because I feel like that more than one person can benefit from what I feel like I have to say on that. But you're gonna have to bring me back into it because I do want to do this reading, okay? So, with all of this information being divulged, Spirit, show me, what does this connection look like moving forward? What does this connection look like moving forward? What does this connection look like moving forward with the information given in this reading, Spirit? Actually, let's do something real quick. From the connection standpoint, what does make the effort look like as it pertains to this Wheel of Fortune, this person that's showing up as the Wheel of Fortune that is having a hard time integrating the karmic lesson? What does make the effort look like from this person's perspective, Spirit? Okay. Mm-hmm. Ooh. Somebody in my collective that can actually be honest and say that you're resonating with this person, with this side over here, it's time to stop beating around the mulberry bush and just say it. Okay? Making the effort is like, hey, Pookie, you have an issue. And it's either you're coming off as someone who isn't just saying it flat out like it is and you're beating around the bush, and there go to her, because I'm hot on the mark. Okay? And then, like, when you should be speaking on it, you're just giving out subtle hints. And then what's happening is you're exploding. I know I'm giving stories, but Pookie, I don't know what to tell you. As a parent, as an adult, I sit back around people and I watch people with their children. And one of my biggest pet peeves is this right here, where you'll be playing, where the parent will be playing with the child, engaged with the child, and then the adult gets distracted. And the child doesn't realize that the adult is distracted. So the child keeps playing and keeps playing and keeps playing. And the adult does not warn the child that they're done. And they snap at the child, not giving the child an indication that they was done. That is one of my biggest pet peeves. When I I want to say no judgment, but I'm going to be honest. I do silently judge that. I'm just being transparent, okay? So if you do it, don't be mad at me. Just do better, okay? But anyways, look, that's what's happening here. That is like this person over here. That's what's happening. Is there stuff that is taking place, and it's like you're tolerating it, and then it's like when you're just fed up, done, and can't handle it anymore, you're snapping, and then wondering why progress isn't being made. Spirit is saying that is coming off as very deceptive and cunning and not authentic. I have to be honest. This is one of the messages. Okay, so what does make the effort look like from this person that's showing up as the Wheel of Fortune that is actually seeing their lack mentalities? KP said resonates. Okay, I love y'all so much. I love y'all so much for taking this in and not hammering me over the head for it, because I only give y'all these messages to help you and me, okay? But let's see, Spirit, what does make the effort look like from this particular Wheel of Fortune over here? OMG, truth and clarity has been spoken in this message. What does make the effort look like from this person? This person also has to, like, that's the thing. Here's what you need to, oh my. Baby, this person make the effort. They need to flat out tell you that they want to wipe the slate clean. That's what make the effort looks like from this person. Look. Listen to me real quick, Pookie. Listen to me real quick. Y'all are mirroring one another. Y'all are literally mirroring one another. This person what does make the effort look like from this person's perspective? Actually saying what they want from this connection. Because I am telling you, as the reader, as the person that is tapping into this person's subconscious thoughts, this person is aware that there is some sort of Five of Pentacles, a lack mentality, abandonment mentality, fear of rejection mentality that affected the way that they were showing up in this connection. Whether they work on this for you or whether they decide to work on this moving forward, this person is now aware of it. That's why they're showing up as the Wheel of Fortune that is actually in the higher vibration, because they have the awareness of it. And then immediately after that, they're embracing the opportunity to work on it with the Eight of Pentacles. And what that means is this person is presently in this moment trying to show up in a more diplomatic way to integrate the lesson. This person is going to be speaking some sort of truth. It may not, like I said, it may not come today. It may not come at the end of this week, but it's coming, because it's coming from the Knight of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles is the only knight. Like every other knight has to embody the Knight of Pentacles in order to make it to the king. Okay? Just saying. OMG. The Fool card, the Ace of Cups, and the Three of Cups. This person wants a new opportunity with you. They do. And that's the truth that this person will, like when this person is going to be making the effort, they're going to tell you the truth. And they're going to be telling you that they want a new opportunity. And Spirit is saying, in that moment, when this person is revealing some sort of truth and clarity about a desire for a new beginning, that is the moment to really address, from a non-defensive perspective, the issues, instead of getting so caught up in the fact that you're finally getting a new opportunity. But you also can't get stuck in the yesteryears. It is your job to find the balance in between that. So, what does the connection look like with the two of these people making the effort? Fulfillment and collaboration. What does this connection look like when both of these people are making the effort? The Nine of Cups. Fulfillment. Emotional fulfillment. Collaborative. Emotional fulfillment. After some pain, and it's like accepting and allowing bygones to be bygones. I will say this, my collective, if you can just allow me to be honest with you and take another reflective moment, you are over analyzing their every thought. Like you're over analyzing way too much about what this person is saying and or doing. If I could just offer you something, and that would be to take this person at face value. Don't overthink it. Literally, if at face value, if you take it at face value and you don't have comfort in taking this at face value, that's when it's time to ask your questions. Don't assume a motherfucking thing. What is the tangibility of this connection coming together, Spirit? Show me the tangibility of this connection coming together, please. What is the tangibility of this connection coming together, Spirit? I have the Ten of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Hear me out. The tangibility of this connection coming together, I'm not gonna lie, it's not giving a lot. It's not giving a lot because there's gonna have to be some compromises made. There's gonna have to be some compromises made. There's like, what does make the effort look like from my collective is the Seven of Swords. And that's why I was saying, like, your strategy, as in you're not speaking on things, you're tolerating things and then blowing up and exploding. Okay. And then I noticed that their make the effort was the Ace of Swords. That I noticed it. That it was the Eight of Swords, and I noticed that the scissors was there, but I was like, I'm not gonna put too much in that. But that's when I started telling you that you were mirroring this person, because the seven and the ace is the Eight of Swords. That's a self-imposed imprisonment. That's self-imposed entrapment. Because everyone is overthinking it, there's no forward movement. Well, that's actually the issue in this thing coming together. And there's the scissors from the Seven of Swords. So please, collective, can you hear me out for a second without getting offended? Your strategy does not allow you to make the necessary compromises that are needed. Whoever is truly resonating with this with this reading, please go watch Shark Boy and Lava Girl and see how he has to be willing to make the compromises. He does. So the tangibility of this thing coming together is, well, if you two can escape the conflict, then there's tangibility. But unfortunately, I don't know what you see when you look at the Eight of Swords, but I see the scissors that was in the Seven of Swords, which is in my collectives make the effort. So basically, your perspective and the pain that you have felt is the ultimate deal breaker, because it's ultimately the thing that's not allowing you to make the compromises that's needed. And that's why this connection coming together is not tangible. But if you can do that, then the universe does give, but if you can address the Seven of Swords, then the universe allows you to use the scissors and the Six of Swords and transition onto stability and calmer waters. But it requires you to take the initiative. Do you see that? And that's how you guys are able to overcome the obstacles and have some celebratory energy. Whew, Lord have mercy. Okay, let me read some of these comments. 100% sense, 1000% sense, hits the nail right on the head for my situation, resonates. Good, felt that. Yes, mirroring resonates. Good, I love this for y'all. That part, I want a bad bitch. I needed that last statement. It just made everything I have been reflecting on come together beautifully. Good, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. So, I don't know. I don't know where to go from here. So let me see this. What's the love tea on this situation? What's the love tea on this situation from my Sagittarian 9th House Collective? What's the love tea on this? Oh my. Baby, I'm just going to read these cards. I don't want you to think I'm harping on you because you know I love you. What's the love tea on this? Harmony. Being in tune with each other and getting along. Good rapport, easy going, unlock happiness, being vulnerable, and opening yourself to real love. Baby, the sweet love tea on this connection is that this situation has the potential to expose you to true, authentic love. Love that will change the way you do love forever. Shit. And it's beyond compare. But it will require you all to, give each other the space to grow individually without trying to make this person into who you want them to be or without trying to change into who you think they want you to be. It's about allowing yourselves to authentically be who the fuck you are and just develop and grow over time. This is a nice ass reading. I don't know where to go from here, Kiki. What do you mean? Delaney, talk to me. Because I see you say, well, that flipped. Talk to me. Talk to me, Delaney. Because I definitely, if we on her, we might as well. I'm just leaving it up to the universe, as said earlier. Okay, so, but what part of that? And she was scared of him. And when someone loves you, for your true authentic self, that has to be the best type of love. I can't wait to experience that shit either. Confirmation from me. I needed that. Thank you. You're so welcome. Okay, so I have to be honest with you. Okay, let's just take a gander. Okay, let's talk to you, she, just for a second. Unless somebody else in this reading has a question that they thought of about this reading has concluded. But if a question comes up and they want to equate it to this, I may pull cards to answer that question and gain clarity on the situation. But other than that, I'm going to talk to Shishi and whoever else needs a friend tonight, okay? Shishi, only baby, because you have a way about your energy that makes people remember you. So I know a little bit about your situation, not because I've ever done a personal reading for you, but because just your comments. And I know that you go back and forth from day to day, from wanting the baby daddy to not wanting the baby daddy. I challenge you. I'm trying to figure out the best way to word it. And my eyes fucking up too. But I'm trying to figure out the best way to word it for you, Shishi, because I challenge you to stop saying what you want and don't want within that situation with your child's father. Okay, that's what I challenge you to do. For the next 30 days, I challenge you to not say what you want and don't want from that connection. And I just challenge you to just exist inside of what the reality is. Spend 30 days just making peace with the reality of the entire situation, okay? And that means making peace with his choices and your choices, my love. Because, baby, you've dropped some doozy ass choices. Like, you've made some powerful ass choices that your girl just probably would have never thought of. Okay, I just probably would have never fucking thought of. But those were choices that you made inside of this situation. So don't go beat yourself up over it. Don't just make peace with it. Because by making peace with it, you're going to be able to put the shoulda, coulda, wouldas down, which are clouding your judgment, so that you can see the true path forward, so that you can actually have peace. Because, baby, I'm going to be honest. I ain't no man. Okay, I ain't no man. But I encourage any man. Can I just be honest with you and not lose a friend tonight, okay? I encourage any man that has been through the battles that you and your child's father has been through to kind of let that shit go. For real. Let that go. If at any point in time in your journey that you have to do what you did to your son's father's or to your child's father's phone, it's time to let that go. Okay? And at this point in the game, it's okay that the situation has gone too far. It's okay. It really is okay that the situation has gone too far. The best thing in realizing this right now is that you're recognizing it early in the game, that you still have plenty of time to figure out where to go from here. And that's what you need to figure out. But trying to force it to be what you wanted it to be before that situation happened is setting yourself up for failure. And that's what a lot of my collective does when they see that a situation isn't going right, and it's like it's not being fixed no matter how hard you go at it to try to fix it. Most of the times, the reason why my collective is trying so hard to fix it is because they made a decision that was not their best judgment call. And they feel like that if they didn't make that decision, then they would have more to leverage in making the situation change. And that's you beating yourself up for making a decision. You made the decision, and it is what it is. And it's not okay, but it will be okay. So make peace with the decision that you made and the consequences that came with it, and set yourself free from the guilt. Because unfortunately, if I had to pull some cards, I wouldn't assume that this is the reading for you and your son or you and your child's father. I'm not saying that it isn't ever, but not in this timeline, baby. Does that make sense? Coochie coochie, LOL, the music today. I love you, Pooh. I really do love you. I ain't married. I don't care about these men. I just play and have fun. Men are fun. And just playing and having fun is fun in the moment, but it definitely comes with consequences. And when you get done having fun, don't forget when you was a child, or even if you didn't do it, don't forget them teenagers that snuck out and had their fun and turned up all night long and had that father figure or that mother figure sitting at the door with a goddamn flip-flop or a belt ready to beat the fucking color off of them. Have your fun, but you better take that goddamn ass whooping when it comes to. And that's just the truth of the matter. Because even though these people, you get to the point where you chose people that kept on shitting on you and put you at your wit's end, that does not mean that the divine is going to excuse you and show you grace for turning into the people that shit on you and put you at your wit's end. That don't mean that you're going to escape a consequence just because somebody put you there. Now, Pookie, you'll have an ass whooping at the end of that too. That's all I'm saying. Okay? I'm for real. I know. Like, I'm for real. Just because y'all take his thing life a little too reckless. Y'all take his thing life a little too reckless. Because as far as me and mine go, baby, my children, I'm not gonna stand for my children sitting back being played with, and I'm not going to stand for my children playing with anybody. Because God's honest truth. My son, they didn't know if my son was going to live by me pushing him out. The fuck? I buried 2 children already. I could have buried my son just by giving birth to him. The fuck I look like letting anybody play with him? The fuck does he look like letting anybody play with him? My daughter damn near fell out my coochie. My cervix was thinning way too early when I was pregnant with her. The fuck I look like letting somebody play with her? The fuck does she look like letting somebody play with her? And that's the thing. Y'all better figure out who y'all playing with. They may not know they might not know the ancestor that's stepping behind them. But they got some shit stepping behind them. And I know for a fact my bloodline got some shit stepping behind them. So just be careful who y'all out here playing with. That's all I'm saying. Don't be sorry to hear that, baby. I appreciate that. I really do appreciate that. But don't be sorry to hear that. Don't be sorry to hear that. That is the thing that fortifies the protection. That's the thing that fortifies my babies. For real. The awareness of that. That's the thing that fortifies them. That's the thing that can let my babies know, hey, baby, you can turn the other fucking cheek. You can turn the other cheek. Because you got fortitude around you. You got protection around you. Okay? So play at your own risk. But y'all, I know y'all not here for that part of I know that ain't what y'all come to tarot for. I know that ain't what y'all come to tarot for. But shit, that's what I do. Okay. That's what Kiki do. But I love y'all so stinking much. I hope that y'all were able to pick some gems up from this reading because, they're in here. They're in here. Sagittarius, I do ask that y'all smash that thumbs up button. It is greatly appreciated. I love to see the channel growing the way that it is. Catherine, self-love and self-respect should always be first and foremost and talk to our babies. I love hearing you and your stuff. I relate most of the times. I know that's right. I love y'all. I do ask that y'all smash that thumbs up button. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with your girl. We got about 28 people in here with 23 thumbs up. It's been a consistent 28 people. So consistently 28 people have ate this medicine. But so thank y'all so much. I absolutely appreciate the people that have showed their face, and especially those 23 people that have felt this information valuable enough to exchange your energy. Thank you so much. I do greatly appreciate it. Y'all go be great. Y'all hug yourself so stinking tight. And if no one has told you authentically that they love you and just how powerful and great you are, I love you. I think that you're super powerful. And I am so glad that we are in each other's energetic space. I see you next time.